Now on CoastTV News.
Responders, ready resources. What prep is underway to ensure crews can respond in an emergency during a weather event. Winter weather and pets, tips to help keep your four-legged friends warm, safe, and prepared.
It's a seasonable Friday on Delmarva, but we're tracking a significant snowstorm set to roll in Delmarva early Sunday morning.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. Today is Friday, January 23rd, and I'm Elisa Weber. Welcome to Coast TV News Midday. We are going to begin this morning with taking a live look outside at Rehoboth Beach. That beach right now does not have snow on it, but Chris, that could be a different story about 48 hours from now.
Good morning, Elisa. Yeah, by Sunday morning, expecting heavy snow throughout much of Delmarva, and that snow is going to come down at a pretty good clip, especially into daybreak on Sunday. Right now, our thoughts are that we're going to see most of the 3 to 6 inches along the coast, primarily on the 113 corridor from Rehoboth down through Fenwick Island and Ocean City into Assateague, out through Snow Hill. And then 7 to 10 inches primarily from Lewis Millsboro in through Milford, down through Georgetown into Seaford and Salisbury, and through much of the mid-shore. In fact, there's a growing concern of some ice as well, from heavy snow to ice through most of the mid-shore, and you could see upwards of a foot or more from Newcastle County on northward. So bone-chilling Arctic air is arriving tonight. Wind chills are going to dip as low as below zero into Saturday morning. That is going to set the stage. We expect snow to arrive in the wee hours of Sunday morning, and that snow will come down at a pretty good clip. We're looking at 1 to 2 inch an hour snowfall rates through the morning for everybody, and then that change over to sleet and freezing rain. Some ice accumulation is possible on the midshore, and then just a plain rain along the coast as those temperatures rise. The sun is shining, just a few high clouds in Rehoboth. We're at 42 degrees, dew point 14, so still very dry out there. Temperatures, well, seasonable afternoon. We see temperatures in the mid 40s, and then look, we're down to 28 by 10 as that Arctic air plunges in. We'll talk more about the sub-zero wind chills, not only for Saturday, but for early next week. We'll talk more about that, plus the storm ahead.
Thank you, Chris. Well, health officials in Dorchester County are advising the best ways to avoid frostbite and hypothermia if you must be outside. According to the county health department, the first layer of clothing should be items to keep you dry. The second layer should be made out of fleece or wool. The agency says the outer layer should be waterproof and wind resistant with a hood. Dorchester County Health Department says mittens are better than gloves as they allow your fingers to share warmth. And the Wicomico County Health Department is sharing helpful tips for pet owners. The agency says to set up a warm, draft-free space inside that is away from windows and prepare a pet emergency kit. When walking dogs, officials advise watching for shivering or lifting paws. The department says smaller and senior dogs need coats and booties, and to check under car hoods for cats before starting engines. The Bethany Beach Volunteer Fire Company is getting ready for this weekend's storm. Deputy Chief Thomas Moore says they feel prepared for whatever the weather may bring. Moore says their plows help them reach difficult homes in their 15-mile district area. Moore says with mutual aid, they cover from the Maryland line up to the Indian River Inlet.
Usually what happens is we'll send the plow first and the ambulance will just follow behind.
As long as the electric stays on, we're good.
Emergency crews are making sure they are ready so they don't have to get ready when the storm hits the coast. The Delaware Emergency Management Agency is reminding people to take time to check in on your elderly neighbors. The agency says when people can help are clear ways. Check heating systems and make sure emergency contact information is shared. According to DEMA, people can also offer help with groceries and medication if needed. And of course, be sure to download the CoastTV app for your phone and your tablet ahead of this weekend's storm. In case you didn't know, you can also get the CoastTV streaming app for your TV with devices like Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. We will stream weather updates throughout the weekend, including a special winter storm coverage newscast from our sister station WBOC on Sunday morning starting at 8 a.m. New this morning, the Lewis Board of Public Works is responding to questions about elevated lead levels found during routine drinking water testing last year. BPW says 10 water supplies were collected across the service area in late September. 2 samples exceeded the action level for lead. BPW says property owners were notified within 24 hours of those lab results. The remaining 8 samples met federal standards. Happening today, Bethany Beach leaders are set to provide several updates at its Stormwater and Flooding Committee meeting. According to the agenda, officials will review a new requirement from DNREC for a shoreline public access plan, which covers public access to beaches, Stormwater and Flooding Committee, and is set to give more updates on the Loop Canal Bulkhead project. That committee meeting is today at 2 o'clock. Also happening today, the proposed Bellhaven Hotel coming to Rehoboth Beach looks to continue progress towards construction. According to the city, a public hearing will review a request to consolidate several lots into one. City documents say these lots are located on Surf Avenue, Rehoboth Avenue, and Wilmington Avenue. According to the city, the plans were approved with conditions. That hearing takes place this afternoon at 1:30. And we have a lot more news to get to on Coast TV Midday coming up. Cold weather on the coast. We'll show you how the Ocean City Fire Department is preparing.
Welcome. We're going to enjoy a seasonably cool day on Delmarva ahead of a cold front that's going to bring sub-zero wind chills into the area Saturday morning, setting the stage for a winter storm that will bring heavy snow, sleet, freezing rain, and plain rain to the area. Linda Kroger, congratulations of Georgetown, Delaware, on winning an umbrella from Coast TV. Coming up, I'll have the latest timing on the impending significant snowstorm.
But first, tribute trooper, how Delaware Governor Matt Meyer honored Corporal Matthew Ty Snook during the State of State address. Delaware Governor Matt Meyer outlined his priorities and highlighted accomplishments during his State of the State address on Thursday. The main topics included affordability, housing, health care, and rising energy costs. Meyer also focused on efforts in education and economic growth amid federal uncertainty. The governor also hinted at his proposed budget, saying he plans to request a 5% increase. That budget could be presented next week. And the governor also took a moment to honor the service and heroism of fallen Delaware State Police Trooper Matthew Ty Snook. Snook was awarded the highest honor in Delaware, the Order of the First State. Trooper Scott Smith was also given the governor's award of heroism and bravery for his actions that day. Snook was shot and killed just 2 days before Christmas at the Wilmington DMV. And new this morning, the Back the Blue event at Hudson Fields to honor Corporal Snook has been rescheduled. Organizers say the event will now take place on February 8th from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. at that same location. It will be a drive-through event with memorial stickers placed on cars to honor the fallen trooper. And coming up next, there is First Alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobuono. He is going to update us on our forecast right after the break.
Well, make your final preparations today as we have snow moving in Sunday morning, and it is going to be coming down quite heavy for a period of time for the entire peninsula. Now we have lighter totals at the coast, 3 to 6, due in part to that mixing and that warmer air that's going to be moving in through midday. So 3 to 6 inches for much of the Delaware coast down through Ocean City along Route 50 there and along the I-113 corridor. And then we're looking at 7 to 10 inches primarily from Georgetown on south and west and points west along the mid-shore. So pretty decent snowstorm for the Delmarva Peninsula, as well as 12 inches or more up through Newcastle County. Now we do have the winter storm watch that goes into effect Saturday night through Monday afternoon. These are most likely going to be upgraded to winter storm warnings. Looks like later on this afternoon, but there's that snow coming down really hard as we go into Sunday morning. You can see temperatures are holding in the low to mid 20s. Heavy snow will continue into Sunday, where you see these darker blue shades here. That is an indicator of 1 to 2 inch an hour snowfall rates. But notice as we go into the latter part of the morning, warmer air moves in aloft, changing that precip to sleet. So we're going to have a period of heavy sleet. Then even warmer air filters in off the Atlantic. Temperatures soar into 30s and even 40s and changes that sleet into rain. But we are concerned about some ice accumulation across the mid-shore, and that rain will continue heavy at times, believe it or not, into Sunday night. So there's that freezing rain that we're concerned about. Notice as we put this in motion here through Sunday evening, doesn't move all that much. So that is the area of concern where we could have snow accumulation and then ice on top of that. As the area of low pressure pulls off to the northeast, colder air will wrap around, and we could end as a period of snow back along the coast before all things end into Monday morning. And then it is just bone dry and cold, and everything that fall is going to be freezing as temperatures are going to stay well below freezing. There is that ice concern Could see upwards of a half an inch of ice as possible from Cambridge into Denton and Dover. So that is the corridor that we're watching for that potential ice. Right now, beautiful out there, 44 degrees in Ocean View. We're holding at 42 in Georgetown, 44 in Milford. Just a few high clouds filtering through the area as we watch this storm system begin to take shape. Arctic air sinking southward. We have an area of low pressure kicking out from the desert southwest, and you can begin to see the snow begin to break out and the rain and all this moisture kicking in out of the Gulf. Temperatures right now 16 below zero in Minneapolis, and this is the air mass that is sinking eastward. We're going to fall from 45 this afternoon down to the 20s into the early part of the night, and then wind chills are really going to be the factor. Cold weather advisories in effect for the entire Delmarva Peninsula. This is due in part, we expect wind chills to dip as low as 1 to 8 below zero in through Saturday morning, and you see those wind chills dipping as low as 8 below zero, and then by the afternoon into the evening, only feeling like the teens as we go into Saturday night. So brutally cold air greeting us ahead of our winter storm. We have a red alert in place for Sunday. Heavy snow breaks out for the entire area, changes to sleet and freezing rain for the mid-shore. All rain at the coast, and then we're looking at some snow to continue at least into early Monday, and then most of Monday is dry and we stay very cold. Highs are going to struggle to get out of the low 20s. Overnight lows pretty much Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday we're forecasting in the single digits. Elisa.
Thank you, Chris, and here's what you can look forward to this afternoon on Coast Life at 4 p.m.
Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good one so far here along coastal Delmarva. And if you join us today at 4 for some Coast Life, here's what's coming your way. You can't resist the sweetness of this adorable face. We've got our pet of the week. Also, for a Friday, we've got some winners of the week and some awards to dole out. All of that and so much more is happening today at 4 on Coast Life. We'll see you then.
Officials in Ocean City say they're ready with buckets of salt, chainsaws to clear the roadways in case of falling branches, and they have their cars fueled up. The department also has specialized suits they wear in case someone or something needs help in the water.
We have upstaffed an additional medic unit and additional personnel on our staff suppression pieces. Additional staffing that has been placed at the station in West Ocean City, Station 5, to provide that service, especially with the bridge closed and limited resource access.
And the department also has specialized suits that they wear in case of emergencies or someone needs something in the water. And coming up tonight on DSN at 6 o'clock, Cape hosts Caesar Rodney in wrestling. Then you can catch the final score at 10:30. Along with that Cape wrestling match, here's what you can watch on DSN+. At 4:30, Indian River faces Sussex Tech in wrestling, and at 5 p.m., Middletown visits Apo in girls basketball. After the break on Coast TV News today, there is fun to be had this weekend, even with the winter weather on the way. Stay tuned for cool things to do. A lot of events planned for this weekend are not being put on thanks to the forecast, but as Christina DeRobertis shows us, that doesn't mean you have to sit inside and wait for the snow to stop to have some fun.
So everything I was going to tell you about for cool things this week is now canceled because if you don't know by now, it's going to snow this weekend. So I decided to compile a list of cool things to do in the snow.
First up, build a snowman. It's a classic snow activity. You probably have everything you need already. Some buttons, a carrot, a hat, a scarf, and you don't have to build a giant snowman, just build a little one. Another classic, snow angels. You can also have a friendly snowball fight. Or not friendly, that's up to you. And there's not too many hills here in southern Delaware, but if you find one, you can go sledding. Or you can build an igloo if you're feeling ambitious. It's time-consuming, it's hard work, but everyone will think it's super cool. And if you need any advice, just email Charlie Sakaitis. Rumor has it he once lived in an igloo in Alaska. If you're young and able, shovel your neighbor's driveway. Or watch Coast TV because we'll be out in the snow all weekend.
So if you get bored this weekend and you need a refresher, you can find this list over on coasttv.com under cool things to do.
Good way to enjoy what Mother Nature is going to have to offer this weekend. We are calm, pleasant right now in Lewis, mostly sunny skies, 44. Nice seasonal afternoon as we await an Arctic front that's going to bring some very bitter wind chills in here tomorrow morning. You get your latest forecast by calling the First Alert Weather phone. I'll have your 10-day coming up next. Heavy snow set to move in late Saturday night through Sunday morning, and that snow is going to be pretty heavy at times, coming down at about 1 to 2 inch an hour snowfall rates. We do expect lighter snowfall totals at the coast, due in part to mixing that's going to be taking place late Sunday morning through Sunday afternoon. We expect the greatest totals mainly from central to western portions of Sussex County, all through Kent and much of the midshore, anywhere between about 7 to 10 inches. So on average, I think the average snowfall totals we're going to see through much of southern Delaware are going to be in that 5 to 6 to 7 inch range. And we are watching for the potential of some icing to occur once that snow does transition into a period of sleet and freezing rain as we go into Sunday afternoon. Bitter cold air is going to be greeting us Saturday morning. Wind chills are going to range anywhere from 0 to 8 below zero across the peninsula, only getting into the lower 20s as clouds are going to be increasing through the day ahead of our winter storm. So that heavy snow will begin early Sunday morning, transition to sleet and freezing rain along the midshore, all rain at the coast by Sunday afternoon through Sunday evening. A few lingering snow showers into Monday, but we are going to be mainly dry but very cold into next week. Bitterly cold, in fact. Highs are going to, well, stay below the freezing mark for most of next week. Elisa.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News Midday. And for more news and local weather, make sure you download our Coast TV News app. Don't forget to join us for Coast TV News at 5 later this afternoon. Have a great day.